Hello, and welcome to another edition of Capper Comparison Picks. I'm Ranch. Today I'll be giving you the Capper Comparison Picks for the early prelim fights of UFC 276. Hey, can you give me that paper that's on my folder there? Thank you. But before I get into this card, I want to briefly go over how I did last weekend, which was just a couple days ago. I did pretty darn good, if I gotta say myself. Starting from, I'm not gonna spend too much time, but I will go through each fight. Starting from the beginning, I started off bad. I picked Jinu Frey. She got robbed, in my opinion. Maybe not, but she lost to a decision to Vanessa DuPlessis. But then it was pretty good here on out. I do have a couple more losses. I'll get into it. But next I had picked Mario Bautista to beat Brian Kelleher. I said by decision, but he managed to find the submission. Very good for Mario Bautista. After that, I picked Cody Durden within distance, and he got a TKO round one over JP Bays. Poor JP Bays, but I will hand it to Cody Durden. A respectful post-fight. Respectfully said, I hope the best for JP Bays. I really think his wrestling is good, and I hope wherever he goes, he does very well. He didn't say none of that, send your ass back to South Africa, or nothing negative. He was all good, and I really do hope JP Bays does continue with his fighting. Maybe she should just drop down and go to a lesser promotion, or I don't really know what his future holds for him. Oh my goodness, you just a few minutes ago you said you weren't hungry, so you have to wait till after this video at least. Then moving on, next I had, am I going in the right order? I am. Sergey Morozov, picked him right. I picked him by decision. He won by decision over Julian Paiva. Get out of here. But then after that, my only other two losses on the card back to back. I picked TJ Brown. He wore the blonde better, but Nerdambieke did get the upper hand and won a decision there. And it wasn't a robbery. Nerdambieke did just fight better. He was a better fighter. He should have got the decision, and he did over TJ Brown. Then I had picked Tefan Nchukwi, which was a horrible pick on my part. I thought he was going to get inside and give. What I was doing was instead of picking Nchukwi, I was more fading Carlos Oberg. I was like, man, that guy is too pretty to be a good fighter. But he proved me wrong by knocking him out round one, and did it with class. Took care of Tefan Nchukwi. Now further on, I don't know what I was thinking when I made that pick, but I don't know. There you go. That was my last loss of the night. I'm going to go through quickly. Boom. Chris Curtis won a decision. I had him winning by TKO, but Rodolfo Vieira did manage to keep his cardio up till the end of the fight, but Chris Curtis got the decision win there. I picked Umar Nurmagomedov to beat Nate Maness by submission. I specifically said rear naked choke, but he got the decision victory there. Then I had Thiago Moises by submission, propped it and won it, prop submission. So I got that, cashed that ticket. Oh, by the way, that was a three-leg parlay paid out. Boom, cash that. Then finally, to wrap it all up, Josh Parisian. Everybody talking smack. He's the worst heavyweight fighter. Well, now he's not anymore. Now it looks like Alan Badeau is, guys. And what did I say? I said I'm strong on Josh Parisian because Alan Badeau has nothing for him on the ground, and his corner told him that. And what'd he do? Come out the second round. In the first round, he was punching him, looking at the ref like, are you going to stop this? Or am I just going to keep punching him? But the clock ran out. What'd he do? Come into the second round, just continued where he picked off. Got a takedown and just started punching, just beating him. Alan Badeau had no defense, no reply, no return, no nothing for the guy. Josh Parisian, TKO round two. I'm not saying he's a fantastic fighter, but boom, TKO, propped it, won that, cashed it. Then Shavkat Rakhmonov. I specifically picked the round too. I said, watch my show from last week. I said submission round 2. I think Magny's going to be able to endure round 1 as he did. Shavkat, and it was close. I was sweating. I'm like, man, I put $20 on submission round 2, and it was like, I think there was like maybe 10 seconds or something left of the round, maybe 20 seconds, I don't know. But a what? But Shavkat did manage to get the submission in round 2. No, I don't. I'm sorry. I don't know where it is. So, cash that too. Submission round 2. And finally, in the main event, I took the underdog, went against the full Capra consensus. I said it over and over. I said it in the live stream. I said it in the Capra consensus comparison pick show. I said Mateusz Gamrot is gonna beat this guy, and nothing. I'll tell you what. I kind of agree. It may have been a robbery. I don't know. It was very close though, because Mateusz Gamrot was getting those takedowns, and he was getting those reverse. He was doing better on the ground, striking the Arman Tsarukyan with those body kicks. Whoo! Stand up. Arman Tsarukyan was handling business. Those body kicks had to. You can hear them. But people are saying, "Oh, that was a robbery. Gamrot got the robbery, whatever." I don't agree. I think Gamrot did win that. It was very close. So shit, whatever. I'll take it. I'll take the plus money on that. He won a decision. Another full green, all 3. Another full 3-leg parlay, cash it. And actually, I put him in a 5-legger round robin by 3s, groups of 3. I picked 5 fights. Mateusz Gamrot was the only underdog in those fights, but still, nonetheless, picked Gamrot, and I posted it onto Instagram as well. That is what made me a buttload of money this weekend. I did. Whoo! Thank God. I was sweating too. I'll tell you, to be honest with, I had another 5-legger with Mateusz Gamrot that I cashed out right before the fight because I was nervous. But thankfully, I kept one alive in FanDuel Sportsbook. I kept that one alive. I cashed the one out that was in DraftKings. I had a DraftKings round robin 5-fighter and 5-fight parlay with round robined it, and I cashed out right between, because I was like, you know what? If he wins, fantastic. I got it in DraftKings. Or I got it in FanDuel, but so I cashed one out in DraftKings. Anyway, overall, 9-3, not bad at all. Another winning weekend, another winner, Nor, another winner for your pops, another winner for your dad. Put that back on my desk. Yeah, 9-3. I went 9-3, fantastic. Now, without further ado, let's get into this card. Starting the curtain jerker. I don't know, the order changed a little bit on Tapology, but I think the curtain jerker is now Jessica-RoseClark taking on Julija Stoliarenko. Jessica-RoseClark comes in as a minus 145 favorite. She opened up, I had her written down at minus 125, so money's been coming in on Jessica-RoseClark. Julija Stoliarenko opened up at even money at plus 100. Now she's at a plus 125, thus showing again money's been coming in on Jess-RoseClark. Jess-RoseClark here is the older fighter at 34 years old, fighting out of.
This doesn't work.
Well, I don't tell you, throw it away. 34-year-old Stoliarenko is 29. Clark fighting out of, I do believe, Australia, but now she has since moved to the States and she trains over in 10th Planet BJJ Vegas, not the 10th Planet California. There's, for real guys, there's like, nah, I'm not even kidding. There's like 25 10th Planet BJJs around the world, but she's definitely the one in Vegas. She's actually, she was training with Casey O'Neill. Casey O'Neill, as you guys know, took an injury. That's why she's not fighting Jessica-I. That's why Maycee Barber's coming to her spot. But still, there's Casey O'Neill over at 10th Planet, and Jessica-RoseClark did do a little bit of work with her before the injury. I don't even know what the injury was, but Casey O'Neill stepped out, and Jessica-RoseClark is definitely checked. Thing is, she's Instagram. No, her last post was 183 weeks ago. So, despite what Vlad, the Bulgarian Cowboy, says, she has not been a media hound. She has not been all over the media. And that's what, I watched his breakdown. He's got a pic on here too. I'll put it on there. But, and he said, he's like, oh, I think Jessica-RoseClark too much into media. I don't get it, Vlad. Where? Is she on Snapchat or something? Maybe tweeting? I don't know, but she's definitely not on Instagram, because I checked 3 different Jessica-RoseClark. She's the only one that's a fighter, and her last post was 183 weeks ago. So what gives? I don't know. But, she's coming off a loss to Stephanie Egger. I gotta take these glasses off. I'm farsighted. I can't read my paper with them on. Stephanie Egger out-wrestled her and got an armbar round 1, which makes me a little bit nervous because that's Stoliarenko's go-to move, is that armbar. She's got a ton of them. Before that, she did beat Jocelyn Edwards, unanimous decision. She beat Sarah Alpar, knees and punches, round 3. Good one. She lost to Pani Kianzad by unanimous decision. And she has that loss to Jessica-I by unanimous decision. That was way back. So she's 2-3 in her last 5. You know, could be better, but let's see. Let's talk about her opponent in Julija. I think it's, I like saying Julija. I like the J's as H. Like, I know she's from Lithuania, so it probably is Julija. But we're gonna say crayons. Yeah. Stoliarenko. Stoliarenko is 9-6-1 as a professional. Is coming in as a slight underdog, plus 125, 29 years old, fighting out of Frontline Muay Thai. That's in Norway. It's like one of those little obscure gyms that, I mean, I don't recognize any of the people. This is off their Instagram, because on Tapology's got it definitely wrong. They got her fighting out of some other place out of Lithuania, I think, or some place, like, I don't know. But she's definitely fighting out of Frontline Muay Thai in Norway. That was a post she put in like 2 weeks ago, and she showed everybody she's been training with, all dudes, by the way. But none of them, no names and that's not correct. It's not all dudes. It's just like a bunch of people I don't know, but still, small little obscure gym out of Norway. Stoliarenko's been training at. She's coming off 3 losses, all UFC losses, so she's winless in the UFC. But her losses are to known names. Most recently she lost to Alexis Davis, unanimous decision. Before that, Julia Avila, rear naked choke, round 3. And her UFC debut was against Yana Kunitskaya, unanimous decision. Before that, she was kicking butt over in Invicta, where she beat Lisa Verzosa, split decision. Split decision in Invicta, but whatever. And before that, she was in a Lithuanian regional scene called King of Kings, where she beat Miriam Tatunashvili by armbar. Go figure. Round 1. I'm telling you, armbar is her go-to move. She's got out of her 9 wins, I want to say like 7 of them are by armbar. I'm not kidding. But let's see what the cappers have to say in this one between Jessica-RoseClark and Julija Armbar Stoliarenko. Armbar is not her nickname. I just like saying it. Armbar. 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 You don't know how to do an armbar? You know how to do an armbar? My money don't jiggle jiggle. It folds. Okay, Jessica-RoseClark taking the favorite. We've got Bert MMA. Bert is saying by decision for Jessie Jess. Then we've got It's Your Boy. Ebers. Also saying by decision for Jess-RoseClark. Then we got Greedo Plays. Greedo also saying by decision. I'm seeing a trend here. Weird guys. Then we've got Dev, the Dude, and Cell, the Red.
That's a decision.
They didn't say decision. I think actually Dev the Dude actually said he thinks he's gonna finish her. He thinks Jessica-RoseClark is gonna finish Stoliarenko, which, all right, I guess you're entitled to your opinions.
You
but
already have 15
and
minutes.
finally, closing this out, we have UFC Celebrities and Classics. You know who that is? The Bulgarian Cowboy. Your favorite handicapper, Vlad, the Bulgarian Cowboy. But he's the contrarian picker. He's taken Julija Stoliarenko, the opposite, against everybody else, contrarian. And the contrary to popular belief. So, UFC Celebrities and Classics is taking Stoliarenko. If he has to take a side, he's going Stoliarenko. But he also, weird, the link's in the description for all these guys, but check out Vlad because he said something like, oh, Clark better left on media. But I couldn't find it. I couldn't find Jessica-RoseClark on media, Vlad, so I don't know what you're talking about. Definitely not on Instagram because I was looking. I was hounding. I was sleuthing. I was making moves, trying to find where that could be. Nora, did you take my pink marker? Did you take my pink marker?
Pink?
Yeah, pink, whatever. But I'm also going to go with the better striker here. And Clark has been working on her jiu-jitsu over at 10th Planet BJJ. I heard she's been putting a little bit of work over in was it AKA or Fight Ready or something? I don't know. Instagram's blank, so I have no idea. But I think she has been working on her wrestling and grappling. Stoliarenko, aside from that, her go-to armbar, if you can defend that, I got one. I think you got a recipe to beat Stoliarenko. I think for the most part, Clark will keep it. Oh, I got it in my pocket. My bad. Will keep it on the feet and outstrike Stoliarenko. Does she have? No, Stoliarenko's got the height and reach advantage, by the way. 2 inches height, 2 inches reach, but doesn't matter. I think I'm going to go with the volume of strikes, and Clark should get the decision here.
Can you get my shoes?
I got them a while ago, Nora. You keep saying that every time you see these, but you wore them yesterday. You know I had them. So, remember I said get your stinky feet out of my shoes? Remember that?
You got big feet.
Huh? They're not that big. So anyway, Jessica-RoseClark by decision is my pick. Moving on. Jessica I. They're both named Jessica. Jessica-RoseClark, Jessica I. But we're on to the middleweight fight between Brad Tavares and Dricus DuPlessis.
This one.
Yep, Brad Tavares, Dricus DuPlessis. Got Dricus DuPlessis' nickname is Still Knox. DuPlessis. Dricus DuPlessis. I think that's how you say it. He's from South Africa.
Africa?
Yep, DuPlessis. DuPlessis. If you say it French, it would DuPlessis. But if you say it in American, you say DuPlessis. Dricus DuPlessis. Brad Tavares. Brad Tavares comes in off of. I'll stop. Brad Tavares is no. We're gonna start with Dricus DuPlessis. Dricus DuPlessis, now a favorite, opened up as the underdog. Interesting. DuPlessis opened up at plus 105. I just checked these odds off of Bet Online, and he is now the favorite at minus 121. Legit, real. Tavares opened up at minus 125. Money obviously coming in on DuPlessis because now Brad Tavares is a plus 101 plus money. I'm Brad Tavares. So we're going to start out talking about DuPlessis, the favorite. Still Knox coming off win against Trevin Giles. Before that, he had a UFC debut against the Joker, Marcus Perez. That was the UFC debut. He beat him. Trevin Giles, he took him out ground and pound round 2. Good win. Before that, he beat Marcus Perez. Left hook round 1. Marcus Perez, though, he was never really, he was decent, but never really the level of UFC. He should stay. He's in a lesser promotion. I don't know which one, but that's where he should stay. Before that, DuPlessis was an EFC champion, and EFC is the South African regional scene, where he's got a guillotine over Brendan Lazar. And before that, he was in KSW, where he beat Jolton Luterbach. However, before that was his loss to Roberto Soldic in a KSW rematch, because the first time he beat Soldic and he gained the championship belt, but Soldic did rematch him, beat him, got the belt back, and he lost to Soldic by punches, round 3 loss in that rematch. He does have, these guys are the same height, but DuPlessis does have a 2-inch reach advantage. He is training out of Team CIT. When he's in South Africa, he's training out of the place called Team CIT, and he brought some help from some training partners with him to the States in preparation for this fight. But I know for a fact he's also been training, since he's been stateside, he's been training at Sanford. He has some Instagram posts with Henry Hooft, hitting the bags. Henry Hooft is holding the bags. So he's been putting work in there. His brother Neil DuPlessis is also a fighter, so you got to consider fighting's in the family. They do it all the time. Neil and Dricus. Neil's I think still EFC. He hasn't made it to the UFC, so I don't know what's going on with Neil DuPlessis. Let's talk about his opponent and Brad Tavares. Brad Tavares, training out of Extreme Couture. He is a Hawaiian. His pro debut was eons ago. It was ages ago. Back in 2007, he made his UFC debut. He was also in Ultimate Fighter 11, I think, where, did he win? I think he did win the finals in Ultimate Fighter 11. But most recently, he's coming off a win over Omari Akhmedov. Some people are saying it was a split decision win. Some people are saying that was a robbery. But quick people that lose money are quick to say robbery. Just like me. That Jinyu Fry, was that a robbery? I don't know, but I'm gonna say it is because I lost money. Before that, he beat Antonio Carlos Jr. unanimous decision. And before that, though, he took some losses. He lost to Edmund Shabazian by a left head kick, round 1. But Shabazian has had his highlights. He's had some brilliancy in the cage, but as recently, I think his stock has definitely gone down. I don't even know if he's still ranked, but he was at the time he fought Brad Tavares, I do believe. Before that, he took a loss to Israel Adesanya. Izzy fighting on this card, phenomenal. Izzy, what are you gonna say? That's a bad loss, take to Izzy. No, it's not a bad loss, Before that, he had a win over Christoph Jacko. Very good win. He beat him by punches in round 3. Fantastic for Brad Tavares. He's so confident. He's already got, listen to this, you can buy tickets to a post-fight party already. You can buy it. He's got a band called the Common Kings that are going to be playing at this post-fight party, which is happening right after the fight's like Sundays. I think it's Saturday night, Sunday morning. Yeah, he has a post-fight party at the Sahara Hotel at the Azilo Ultra Pool. So it's a nice pool party, but people at these post-fight parties are not swimming. They're gonna be hanging, maybe some swimming, some girls in bathing suits and stuff. But he's already got that. You can buy tickets. And like I mentioned, he already got an awesome band, island reggae band there called the Common Kings. Man, if I lived in Vegas, I would love to go to this party. But I'm saying this because that is how confident he is. And you think, I mean, sure, he'll probably still have the post-fight party even if he loses. But man, you think I think the confidence, if you're gonna plan a post-fight party with a band, at a hotel, at the hotel pool, selling tickets for it, your confidence is high, you plan on winning. So I'm just putting that out there. Interesting enough, also on Instagram, what I found out is prior to Roman Dolidze's fight against Kyle Dawkins a few weeks ago, guess who Roman Dolidze's training partner was? Brad Tavares, which is ironic because Brad Tavares trains at Extreme Couture and JP Bays also Extreme Couture, which is just, you know, it's kind of weird. Is Brad Tavares pulling like a male Vlismus? That's a reach. I'm reaching, but still, just ironic. That's weird. And it shows him in his Instagram. It shows him training with Roman Dolidze, throwing him around too. He's got pictures of him like giving him tosses and stuff. And then in the comments, Dolidze is saying, "Thanks for the help training." And this was 3 weeks ago, right before he was getting ready to fight Kyle Dawkins. So that, in my eyes, is a good sign because look what Dolidze did to Kyle Dawkins, round 1. You know, I'm just saying. So Brad Tavares, 19-6, underdog, plus money against Dricus DuPlessis, 16-2, a slight favorite here. Let's see what the cappers have to say in this awesome middleweight fight. Taking the favorite in Dricus DuPlessis, we've got Vlad, UFC Celebrities and Classics. His original bet was fight does not go the distance. The over 2.5 rounds is at -150, so the bookies do think it's going to go the distance. Under 2.5 is plus 120, so Vlad, if you want a plus money bet, there you go, buddy, and you never take those. Then we've got Cell, the red. Cell is saying by knockout. I'm going to put these on separate lines. And Dev the dude, of course, also taking them. Dev also saying by a finish. I should have put them on the same line because they're both saying by finish, but whatever. It's done. What's done is done. Then we got Greedo plays. Greedo also saying DuPlessis should get a KO. Interesting, man. I know Tavares has been rocked. He's been knocked out. But I mean, head kicks and shit. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I think he's a little bit more durable than these guys are claiming. eBay's, it's your boy. Also, TKO. Round 2. All right, guys, pooping on him. Pooping on Brad Tavares. Straight up pooping. And finally, Burt making the pick as a decision for Dricus DuPlessis, making this a full capper consensus. A full capper consensus is when
all the handicappers pick from one side of the light.
All the handicappers agree in consensus and pick the same side of the whiteboard. In this case, everybody's taking the slight favorite in DuPlessis, but a lot of these guys were taking him when he was the plus money underdog as well. That might, you know, once you revisit this bet, now that he's a favorite, they may change their mind, but they were taking the plus money at the time. Now, the plus money is on Brad Tavares, and I'm going to go against the consensus pick, and I'm going to go with Brad Tavares. I like Brad Tavares. I like that he's already planning his post-fight party celebration poolside. I wish I could be there. I think he's gonna win. I don't know. DuPlessis, don't get me wrong, DuPlessis is live and he is good. He's got KSW championships, but then he lost it at a rematch. He's got that EFC Worldwide Championship, South African regional scene. But he's only got 2 fights in the UFC. 2 fights. Brad Tavares started his pro debut in 2007, and he's been in the UFC quite some time. He's got a thick, strong resume going against much better fighters than Marcus Perez and Trevin Giles. Nothing against Trevin Giles, I think he's phenomenal, but I mean, come on guys, really? Just because he's only got 2 losses, by the way, those 2 losses outside the UFC. One's KSW against Roberto Soldic. I don't know where the other one is, but Brad Tavares' losses within the UFC, I'm pretty certain for all of them. I'm going to go Brad Tavares to win, and I'm going to say by, how is he going to win? It's a tough Hawaiian. He's tough, but DuPlessis is also tough. I think it's going to go to decision. I'm going to edge out Tavares. He has been putting in some work with Roma Dolidze. Check his Instagram if you don't believe me. Check it out. And he is a regular piece at Extreme Couture. When I broke down Action Man Chris Curtis's fight last week, I told you Chris Curtis had Instagram pictures and who was in the background with him training. Like when he had the training picture with like the lineup of people he's been working with, Brad Tavares was in there as well. Also trains a lot with Punahele Soriano. Man, Brad Tavares, I'm going against the full Capra consensus. Standing on an island alone again. I'm used to it. Welcome to Gamrat. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to it, whatever. I'll take Brad Tavares to win here. And I'm not the solo. Like, I watched other cappers since I did this research, and there's other cappers out there that are also siding with me and Brad Tavares. But the majority are taking DuPlessis. That might also be a reason why the line movement, because these bookies, I'm sure they watch handicapping shows as well, and they're like, oh man, everybody's taking DuPlessis. And money's been coming in on DuPlessis as well. But now that he's a favorite, I think money might stop coming in on DuPlessis, might start coming in on Tavares. So keep an eye on that line movement, and let's see how they look in face-offs come Friday. Moving on. Next we have the female flyweight fight between Jessica Evil Eye taking on the future Maycee Barber. Maycee the future Barber. Okay, who's the favorite here? Maycee Barber. Maycee Barber's coming in, as I mentioned earlier in this show, he's coming in short notice replacement for Casey O'Neill. I think Casey O'Neill would have been a much tougher fight for Jessica Eye. I'm not, but I'm just saying, Casey O'Neill, I think if Casey O'Neill and Maycee Barber went at it, I think Casey O'Neill would beat her. I'm not leaking my pick yet for this, but just saying that, okay? So let's talk about the future Maycee Barber, the favorite. Minus 255. She opened up at minus 220. That means money's been coming in on her. Now she's a minus 255. Ugh. It's getting worse and worse, man. Worse and worse. Okay, Maycee Barber's coming off a good unanimous decision win over Montana De La Rosa. Montana De La Rosa, kind of like a female gatekeeper style. She's like, she can win some fights, she can lose some fights. She's middling, mediocre, not bad. Before that, she had a split decision win over Miranda Maverick, which was really a robbery loss. She won third round. That was it. Miranda Maverick dominated rounds 1 and 2 and should have got the split decision her way, but Maycee Barber showed a very good third round. I'll give her that, but not enough to. Scorecards shouldn't change after you've already scored first round and second round, and Miranda Maverick did win those rounds. Before that, she took a loss to Alexa Grasso, unanimous decision. Alexa Grasso, phenomenal striker. Before that, she took a loss to Roxanne Modafferi. That's when I guess she broke her. She did something. She broke her foot or twisted it. She hurt herself in that fight. She came into that fight minus 1,000 or something. Man, Roxanne, I took a flyer on Roxanne, and she's like plus 800 or something. And I was like, yes, Roxy, thank you. But anyway, Roxanne Modafferi did win a unanimous decision, but I will give it to Maycee Barber. She hurt her foot or something in round 1 and did finish the entire fight hobbling on that one foot. So you got toughness is definitely there for Maycee Barber. And before that, she had a TKO round 1 over Jillian Robertson, a very good win. But Maycee Barber, Tapology has her listed at Fort Collins Martial Arts, but I've seen some Instagram posts where she's with Uriah Faber, thus showing she's been an alpha male. So Maycee Barber training out of alpha male for sure. And she, like I mentioned, she's replacing Casey O'Neill. This is important. Maycee Barber, 24 years old. Jessica 35, 11 years her senior. Let's talk about Evil Jessica Evil Jessica, if you really want to get to know her, she does have a OnlyFans page. And $30 a month. I just clicked it and it said $30 a month. Or you can buy a 3-month package for like 70 or something. Or then you can get like 6 months for, I don't know, there's deals if you really want to see the private parts of Jessica I suppose. I mean, and she does have some she's got some racy pictures. She's got a picture of her in a red underwear and red lingerie, and her leg is cropped up like on a sink, and yeah, very exposing. I'll just leave it at that. And that's right on her Instagram. You don't even got to get her OnlyFans, but Jessica does have the OnlyFans. If you want to pay to play, you can definitely see the goods that Jessica is presenting. Anyway, she fights out of the Strong Style Fight Team in, I think, Cleveland, Ohio. Definitely out of Ohio. I think the exact location, Independence, Ohio, but I think that's a suburb of Cleveland. It's like a Stipe Miocic's out of there, I think, and Alexa Comer. Bunch of dudes. No girls out of there, but she does have training on her Instagram, and she is hitting pads and she's working hard, but she's got to. 35 years old. She better be putting it in. And yeah, still staying strong with the Strong Style Fight Team out of Ohio. She's coming off 3 losses, but they're all to decent caliber opponents. She most recently lost to Jennifer Maia, unanimous decision. Before that, Joanne Wood. That's not looking like a good loss, because Joanne Wood's been getting beat by a lot of up-and-coming prospects recently. Unanimous decision loss to Joanne Wood. She lost to Cynthia Calvillo before that. Unanimous decision. These are all decision losses. She does have a unanimous decision win prior to that against Vivian Araujo. And she got head kick knocked out in 26 seconds of round 2 by Valentina Shevchenko. That's, Valentina, what can you do? She's got a slight 1-inch height, 1-inch reach advantage over Maycee Barber. But you got to remember, this is a female flyweight fight, and there's 11 years difference. That is why I think the line is much wider, because Jessica might be tough, she might be athletic, but Maycee Barber is going to be the faster girl in there. The younger, faster, better cardio, and promising future, the future. Maycee Barber, I'm just putting that stuff out there. So let's see what the cappers have to say in this flyweight fight between Jessica Evil Eye and Maycee the Future Barber. Take in the favorite in Maycee Barber. We've got Greedo, and he's saying, of course, female fights, they usually end up like this. Decision. The over 2.5, minus 300. Under 2.5, plus 240. If you think it's not going decision, put your money there, because you'll double that up, or better than double your money taking that. Man, there's like staining or something. No, it's not staining, it's just tough to get off marker. Okay, then we've got Dev and Cell, all about Maycee Barber. We've got UFC celebrities and classics. Also taking Maycee Barber, we've got Burt by, of course, decision. I dare somebody take within inside the distance. I dare somebody. And finally, it's your boy eBay's also taking Maycee Barber here to make another full capper consensus. I'm not doing the dance. It's not really worth it at that price tag, at that wide line, at that huge favorite in Maycee Barber. But and I'm not going to go against that full capper consensus. I do think Maycee Barber, as for reasons I already mentioned, she's the younger fighter. She's going to have better cardio. She's, like I said, she's been working on wrestling at Alpha Male. She does have some decent ground game already, and it's probably just improving. Stand-up striking, I'm going to have to give Maycee Barber the edge there too. I think I think her best days are behind her, and her best days were decent days, but they weren't great days, if you know what I mean. She was, you know, I think they should have, and she should be thankful she's not getting Casey O'Neill. Casey O'Neill would, then Casey O'Neill, I would maybe take that within inside the distance. It was Casey O'Neill, because Casey O'Neill wrecks girls. But here I'm going to side with Maycee Barber to get a decision victory. I mean, she did lose to Roxanne Modafferi, who was at that time old. Like she's retired now, but this was like when she lost to Roxanne, it was like 2020. So, but I'm a fan of Roxanne. Roxanne. So anyway, I'm gonna go with Maycee Barber to get it done, and I'm gonna say by decision for her. So to recap.
Time check.
Let's check that time too. And I'm over again. You know what it is because I recapped that last fight card. That's what that gives the extra 10 minutes. So to recap, I've got Jessica-RoseClark.
Jessica-RoseClark.
Jessica-RoseClark. Jess is her nickname.
Jess.
Beating Julija Stoliarenko. But if you do have that option of doing Stoliarenko sub decision, no action if it goes to decision. NBA tells me it's in DraftKings. I looked for it on DraftKings. I cannot find the damn bet where you can do the no action, the decision, no action bets. I can't find it. I don't know where to find it. But my pick on Tapology. Oh, by the way, Dave, I'm so sorry I didn't fill my Tapology out last week. It's just been, last week was hectic. I'm sorry. I think I would have fared well too. 93, not bad. A couple perfects in there. Perfect! But my pick is Jessica-RoseClark. Should get the decision victory over Stoliarenko by out-striking her and getting fast pop-ups from the ground. And maybe if on the ground she's been working on her defense, and I think she can defend an armbar. Hopefully. She got recency bias. She did get armbarred round 1 her last fight against Stephanie Edgar. But Stephanie Edgar, I think, is a better wrestler than Stoliarenko. And jiu-jitsu practitioner, despite Stoliarenko's Tapology picture with her gi on it. Then I've got against the full capper consensus, I've got Brad Tavares at plus money. It's not a lot of plus money, but I think the line's going to continue to grow a little bit. I will put this in my parlay tonight after the show, but I may bet it again after later on this week when it's even more plus money. And who knows, maybe I'll even flip my pick depending on how they look at the weigh-ins, face-offs. It's going to be a very close fight, but I'm going to edge out Tavares to get the win here. That is my pick on Tapology and my bet for this 3-leg parlay. And finally, I'm going to close my parlay with Maycee Barber at minus 255 over Jessica I, mostly because of the age difference. And I think Jessica I, her best days are behind her. There's no doubt about that. Maycee Barber just coming into her best days. despite some sketchy fights here, right? Like that Miranda Maverick, that was a robbery. She should have never won that, but nonetheless, Maycee Barber's Instagram filled with promotional, like promoting her sponsors, whereas in Jessica, busy being sexy and doing her OnlyFans. Yeah, I picked the all-girl superhero sticker. Nora actually picked it because there's 2 girl fights on this ticket.
Know that.
I know you didn't, but whatever, it fits. So anyway, there you have it. So gather the info, place those bets, and cash those tickets. Thanks for watching. Give me that thumbs up. Go ahead and fill the comments with who you think's gonna win these fights. And good luck on your bets, and I'll see you guys most likely tomorrow for some more prelim picks. Good night.